everyone, I'm Kaye. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be reviewing my foundation collection, which if I counted right, there are 28 foundations in here. So grab a snack or some popcorn. I'll have time cards linked on here so you guys know where to go within the video if you're looking just for certain foundations, so you guys don't have to be locked in for the whole thing. I feel like it's kind of helpful because I feel like foundation is something I get asked about so often, like what's the right foundation for me? What's your favorite foundation? Like colors, coverage, all of this stuff. So I thought I would just make a video about all the foundations I currently have, what I look for in a foundation, what foundation goes best with my personal skin type, what foundations I like on other skin tones. So we're just going through it today. Also, this has nothing to do with the video, but if you like monsters, I just got this monster juice, but it's so pretty. Papillion is what this one's called, and it's a peach nectarine flavor, and it's the good kind of peach. It's not the gross kind of peach where you're like syrupy, where it's like straight syrup or it's just like very fake tasting. This one's very good and delicious, and the can was just so pretty. I was like, let's try it. But if you like peach and you like energy drinks and you want something new to try, this one's very good. Let's break into it. I put out all my foundations into this box. They are all just standing up in there, and I have a few off to the side. I will also be talking about foundations in my kit that I love, because foundations I like on other people and for photos are different than the foundations I like for myself. So we're gonna be going through all of that today. So let's talk about my skin type first, because I think that's so helpful to know when it comes to figuring out what's best for you. One of the things I would recommend is watching YouTubers that have a similar skin type to you as well as skin tone. That tends to help a lot with kind of figuring out what's gonna work for you, because there have been YouTubers that I've watched where we don't have the same skin types, and I'll watch them and they'll be like, this foundation's amazing, I love it, it's the best thing ever, and then I try it and I'm like, this is not working out for me. My skin type kind of tends to change throughout the year, so once the seasons change, my skin's like, we don't know whether to produce oil or to be dry. Because of that, I tend to like different foundations throughout the year. So the things I look for, at least right now, because it's winter, I like medium to full coverage. I do prefer more of a matte look right now for the winter. I just think it's the most flattering. And then summer, I like a nice glowy, more natural look. And then color, I typically like to go for more olive tones when I'm fair, and then when I'm tan, I tend to go for neutral tones. One of my number one things with foundations that I have to have or I hate it is how smooth it is. That matters so much to me. If it separates, if it looks chunky, if it starts to look like I have a cake face on, I don't like it. I'm all for full coverage when it looks smooth, but when it doesn't, not about it. Another thing is it depends on the event. So if I'm going to an event or having YouTube videos, I tend to go more full coverage just because it looks best in photos. That doesn't mean it looks best every day. Day to day, typically I like a medium coverage just for me personally. When I'm just feeling more natural, I'll usually do some concealer and a tinted moisturizer. Now let's get into my foundations finally. So I have this huge box full of foundations. Let's start off with these. These are the Bobbi Brown sticks. These are great for touch-ups. Like if you notice that you have certain areas that rub off throughout the day, mine is my chin, and it's also a great light coverage foundation. And you can build it up to be medium to even full coverage. It takes a lot of building to do that, but it's a very skin-like foundation. On me, it just doesn't wear very well. I would say it's better for dry skin. Most stick foundations, you're gonna be like, that is so thick, but it blends out like a dream. A kid could blend this out with the cheapest brush and it blends out so easily. It's not like that stiff stick foundation. I do like to have at least one of these around for touch-ups. So my favorite foundation of the moment, and the one I'm wearing today, is the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. I really like how it's been wearing. It looks very smooth, but it covers very well. I would say it's a medium to full coverage. It's definitely not light, but I love how it looks. I feel like it still looks smooth and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup when I wear it. And I am in the shade Warm Nude. I also love the color of this one. Kind of like a yellowish neutral, which is typically what I like for my skin tone. And I like that it has a pump. I also think the packaging is beautiful. Not that that's the only thing that goes into foundation, but I've been really enjoying this one. Let's move on to the Dior Airflash foundation. Now, this one is perfect if you have perfect skin. If you are just baby butt smooth with no texture, this is your girl. But for me, it tends to separate and it's just not my favorite foundation. Like, I feel like it can look dry. It can be kind of hard to build. It's hard to get the coverage you like. Like, I feel like it should be more pigmented for what this formula is. I feel like I've wanted to like it because it's just so pretty and bougie, but if you have perfect skin and you know, you're pretty much normal skin type, you're not really oily, not really dry, this would be a good one. But because so few people have a skin type like that or just perfect skin, I don't really like recommending it to people. Next one is the Anastasia foundation. Now, this one I really enjoyed at first and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna want this for my kit and everything. If you're dry and just want something that's gonna make you look like your skin is glowing and healthy and fresh, this is your girl. Unfortunately for me, since I'm kind of that combination skin and I can be oily, it tends to just kind of wear off my face throughout the day. But the coverage on this is pretty good. If you're dry, definitely recommend this. If you're oily, you're probably not gonna love it. Let's move on to the Laura Mercier Silk Cream foundation. This one I actually like. It just doesn't wear the best on me, but I love it on other people, especially for photos, because you just get that beautiful creamy skin look. It's full coverage. It's not cakey because there's enough moisture in there to make it look like skin and just smooth and gorgeous. Next one, this used to be one of my favorite foundations. I just don't really have it in a shade that suits me right now, but it is the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. I loved it because it wouldn't transfer to anything. It wore very well. It has a 14-hour wear, but there were times where it was just too matte and it was like, almost looked like it was like cracking on my skin. So with this one, you need something very moisturizing underneath, or you just have to be very oily to wear it. I would like to try it again and just kind of see how I'm feeling about it, but as of now, I just like this one better. We'll move on to NARS Sheer Glow. I actually really like this foundation. I feel like it is one foundation that looks good on absolutely everybody because you can build it up to be what you want and it doesn't cake, it doesn't look dry, it doesn't crack. It looks very smooth on the skin. My only thing is it doesn't wear well. Even when I set it with a good powder, it just kind of wears off my face throughout the day. But I think they have great colors and it is one that I would put in my kit. If you want something that's gonna look good for like 6 to 8 hours, this is your girl. Okay, so this one, the Smashbox foundation, I wanted to like this, but the colors are almost like crayon colors. It just doesn't quite look right. It covers very well. Maybe I just got the wrong color, but it's a little too brightening, if that makes sense, to look like just normal skin. I just don't love it. It's not my favorite. So this foundation was one that I wore pretty much every day for almost a year. And it was part of the reason because I worked for them, but it just worked with my skin so well. And it's the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless foundation. It just wore so well on my skin. It looked like skin. It wasn't too heavy, but it covered really nicely. And the funny thing was when you first put it on, it doesn't look the best, but as it wears throughout the day, it just looks amazing. I love this one. I would definitely recommend it. And it even works with dry skin. I would just prep with the vitamin enriched face base because it's a little bit of a thicker formula, and then put this on top because it's just so gorgeous. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Next one, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. Now this one is actually very similar to the Too Faced Born This Way. However, this one I'm pretty sure broke me out. The funny thing is the Bare Minerals rep came in one day and was talking about this foundation, was like,
it's been proven in a lab that it doesn't break anyone out. It won't break you out. It's amazing.
And when I tried it, I broke out. So I like it for photos just because it's so pretty on. Like, you get this beautiful, smooth, full coverage finish. But it just didn't work out for me personally, but I still keep it around for those photo shoot days, just in case. So if you're not sensitive, this is a good one for you. If you are sensitive or acne prone, don't do this one. Next one, this is the Tarth Foundcealer. This foundation worked perfectly for me for about 3 months. Like, the way it sat on my skin, I would powder it with a foundation powder on top, and it was just so pretty and flawless and wore so well. But then after a while, it just kind of, like this gel formula, so it just kind of slides. Like, it doesn't really stay put where you want it. It just doesn't cover the best, and it's like very shiny because I swear it's mixed with a gel base. I could be wrong. It smells nice though. I like how it smells. It kind of smells like oatmeal. But those are my thoughts on the Tarth Foundcealer foundation. All right, so I went to the actual Tarte website just to kind of figure out what was going on with this because I was curious and like what the actual ingredients are. It's a hybrid between makeup and skincare. It has vitamins A and E to help hydrate and hyaluronic acid. So it could be that there's just too much skincare in there, so it just doesn't stay put, like I said. But I just thought I would look that up for you guys and kind of talk about it more. So next foundation is the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Foundation with SPF 40. Now this one, I've talked about it before. I don't like it on myself. It's just too dewy and the serum ingredients are a little too intense for my skin, but on more mature skin, it's so beautiful. When I worked at the Bobbi Brown counter, this foundation was my favorite foundation to put on more mature skin. It just made the skin look nice and plump and youthful and just beautiful. Like, it makes you look like you're eating your fruits and vegetables with this foundation. It is so gorgeous, but it has this nice pump. It's beautiful packaging. It's a beautiful formula. It's just delicious. Next one, I love this foundation. This one has stuck around and been just like my favorite foundation for a while, at least like in my top 5. So this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now this one is a pretty penny as well. I believe it's $64. Which is kind of expensive for a foundation if you ask me. I believe you can get a 1/2 ounce size for like $40. I love it because it's not too dewy. Like, I feel like it's kind of what Sheer Glow in certain ways wishes it was. Like, I feel like if you liked one of these, you'll like the other one. This is the closest thing to it, I feel like. But I love how it wears. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. I just feel like it's one of those foundations that looks good no matter what your age is. It looks good on people that are 70. It looks good on people that are 12. I would say it's like a light to medium coverage. It's buildable. I love this one and I will continue to love it for, I feel like, a long time. So next foundation I'm talking about is the Touche ECLAT Tient foundation. This one I'm pretty sure gave me, it could be the sunscreen in it. I felt like I got a hive. It could have been something else. Maybe I just need to try it again. It's a very pretty illuminating foundation, but I don't really have a lot to say about this one. Like, it's just pretty basic as far as foundations go. There's nothing like super wowing about it, but it looked pretty on when I wore it. It's more of a summer foundation for me because it's more of a glowy look. I also love the Touche ECLAT All-in-One Glow foundation. This one's awesome. I guess it's actually a tinted moisturizer. I love it. It has actually pretty good coverage for a tinted moisturizer and it looks good on everyone, honestly. I just kind of wish that this foundation was in this packaging, but this is the one I reach for more than this. Just kind of giving you guys my thoughts on that one. Next foundation is the Lancôme Tint Idole Ultra Foundation. This one I have in my kit. I have a few of these because I got them for free from Nordstrom. I did buy one of these, I just don't know which one it is, frankly. But it is a full coverage foundation. It has SPF 15 in it. It's usually one that I will put on brides, but it can oxidize, so I don't love that about it. So you kind of have to put it on and wait to see if it matches. It's not even really oxidized. It's kind of like the Fenty foundation where you know, pump it out and once it dries, it's a different color. It's more like that. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it is one where if you've been looking into a more full coverage foundation with a little SPF, I guess maybe do this one, but I would probably still recommend the Too Faced one over this one. So I have another foundation to talk about. I like went off and thought I was done. I wasn't. So this one I have in a dramming bottle, one of the perks of Nordstrom. So this is the Double Wear foundation. I had this in my kit for a while. I've loved it. I think it is actually very similar to the Born This Way formula. I talked about that in one of my other videos. But this is like probably one of the holy grail foundations of everyone, I feel like. It is full coverage. It will wear all freaking day long, probably to the next day if you sleep in it, which I don't recommend sleeping in your makeup. Always take it off, please. But this one's double wear. I feel like everyone loves it. It is full coverage, wears all day. It's nice and smooth on the skin. It makes you look airbrushed. It's one that's great for brides. It's great for oily skin. If you're dry, I would recommend a heavy moisturizer underneath, and definitely don't powder too much. The last part of the luxury foundations is this lovely tinted moisturizer by Mercier. This is my go-to summer tinted moisturizer, and I do feel like it has pretty good coverage for a tinted moisturizer. You can't build it up, but what I like to do is just do some concealer in the zones where I feel like I need it the most first, and then I just use this to kind of even out the skin. Beautiful. It's my favorite. Would absolutely recommend this tinted moisturizer. I love it. Now let's get on to drugstore foundations. As you guys know, I love drugstore products. I feel like I get equally as excited about drugstore products as I do for high-end. I love both. Both excite me. One of my favorite drugstore foundations that I've had for a minute is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Foundation, and these are the natural finish version. They have the dewy finish as well. I just haven't tried it because I don't love dewy foundations normally. So this is just a nice natural finish. It just looks like your skin, and I like it because it's more of a medium coverage. So it covers just enough, but it doesn't cover too much. And the colors I have are 220 and 320, and I just kind of mix them. The 220 is a nice olivey shade for lighter skin tones, so if you're light and also olive, this is a great shade to go for. And then I have 320. It's a beautiful foundation. I feel like it wears fairly well. Like, it's not like the most long wearing thing, but it's also not just like slipping off your face by the end of the day. So I really enjoy this foundation. I think it's a great foundation to have, and it's cheap, so it's definitely worth trying out. So another one, this is kind of like in between high-end and drugstore. It's a $20 foundation. It is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvet Foundation. Now this one, I went a little too olive in the shade, so it can look a little green on me from time to time. Usually once I have the rest of my face on, it looks okay, or I'll just use a pinker concealer to kind of cancel out the green in there. But it is very, very pretty. Like, it's full coverage.
Like full coverage.
Very pigmented, and it wears all day long. It's kind of similar to the Smashbox in a way where it's very full coverage, so you have to make sure that the color's right. You don't really have a lot of room for error. If you have more of a sheer foundation and the color's just slightly off, you don't notice it as much. With a full coverage foundation, if the color is off, you can tell. So just be aware of that with this one. But yes, I would definitely recommend this. Just make sure you get the right color. Now for the Revlon Colorstay. This one I like in the normal to dry skin formula. There will be times where I love it, and then times where I'm like, I'm just not really about this. So I think color has a lot to do with it. I feel like they all go very pink. I wish they would come out with more shades. They have more shades in the oily version, but surprisingly, I like the normal to dry version better than the oily. The NYX Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil. This is a tinted moisturizer, and I liked it at first. It looked really pretty when I just do concealer, this, and then I did a foundation powder on top for coverage, but I just didn't love how it wore. I feel like I did break out from it. It's actually not non-comedogenic, and a lot of brands can just put that on there without really having anything to back it up. Like, that doesn't mean it's absolutely not gonna break you out. Just pay attention to how it works on your skin. You can't always trust what it says on the bottle. I think we've kind of learned that so far. Now, I want to end this on a positive note, so we're gonna go to the negative note first. So this is the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus Foundation. This was terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
I wanted to like it because I feel like the other one's pretty good, except you definitely have flashback, which is weird because it says photo focus. You would expect that there would not be any flashback, but the original one, you have to go a lot darker than you think you do with it. I was hoping this one would be better. and it's not. The way this one wears is it looks chunky by the end of the day. It looks gritty, it's not smooth, and it wears off the face. You just look like a hot mess by the end of the day. So would I recommend this one? Absolutely not. No. You can try it if you want, but I hate it, so I'm just letting you guys know. This one I actually do really like. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. It has SPF 25, so it's a pretty high SPF for a foundation, so I like this one a lot in the summer, but it's just a little dewy for my taste right now. I feel like in the summer, I'll like it again. I would say overall, it's a pretty good foundation for dry skin, especially. Even me with somewhat oily skin, it actually looks really pretty on. I just set it with translucent powder and it usually wears pretty well. On to my kit foundation. So the first one that I'm talking about is the Makeup Forever foundation, just their traditional Makeup Forever HD foundation, which that one is great for photos. I have two colors that I just mix together on people. I like it because it's not matte, it's not dewy. Frankly, it's a lot like Sheer Glow, very similar to it. In fact, the other foundation I have, like I said, is the, sorry, I was looking down to find it. It's the Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear foundation, just for when I need more of a full coverage foundation. I have that one in there. Other foundations that I have are palettes. So I have the Bobbi Brown Stick Skin Foundation palette that also has correctors and concealers in it as well. I'll be honest, I don't use those that much just because it's kind of hard to get product out of it. Like you have to scrape it out to get it out, and I feel like I can't get enough out of it for a full face. So I'll use it on some clients, but I don't like how they're in there. Like it's just a very skinny little strip for them. I'll pull up a picture so you can see, but it's just too small of a strip to really just get in there. So I like it, but it's not the one I would probably recommend to just everybody. The one that I do love though, I've purchased this twice and I love it. It's the RCMA foundation palette. The only thing is some of the shades aren't yellow enough or olive enough, so that can be frustrating when it comes to matching clients, but it's a good neutral shade. It usually matches most people. And then I also have the darker palette as well for dark skin tones. So between the two of the palettes, I can match anybody, which is awesome. And one of the things I love even more about it is sometimes in photo shoots, you are going so fast doing makeup. Like there are times where I need to do a full face in under 10 minutes and just kind of whip people out, just beat faces really quick. The thing that I like about this is when I don't really have time to moisturize and really go in on the skin, this one makes your face look so just pretty and creamy and fresh, and it's a really high pigmentation. So it's not necessarily full coverage, but what you see on the skin is exactly what you'll see on camera as well, is what that means. I absolutely love that foundation and I would absolutely recommend it. I don't personally know how it wears because I haven't worn it on myself, but just for the photo, when it's just pop it on, take a photo, beautiful. If you're looking for a foundation to put in your kit, I would do the RCMA for sure. That is the one I will always recommend to other artists and one that I've repurchased. So I absolutely love it. Alrighty everyone, so that is the end of the video. I am sorry that it is so long. Hopefully I was able to cut some things out, but I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you would like to see more videos of my collection, I would love to do an eyeshadow palette collection video. I think that would be really fun to do and hopefully interesting for you guys. Instead of just doing a full collection review, I feel like it's better to go in steps because we know how long this took on its own. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not given it a thumbs up or subscribed already, make sure you do. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys were curious, I upload videos every Thursday and sometimes Sundays. But I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. And also comment down below your favorite foundation or the foundation that you are wearing at the moment that you like. I will see you in my next video. Bye.